Introduction to the Biomatrix Organizational Transformation Program. Our Organization Transformation Program trains internal consultants. Those are internal organization development and change managers. We provide the necessary theoretical knowledge and also the practical methodology and tools that allow those internal consultants to design change interventions for organization transformation, facilitate their implementation, and sustain the change by becoming organization development experts. And in the course of that program, the organization becomes structured for optimal organization and ongoing change. The outcomes of the program are the following. Firstly, there will be a diagnosis made of the current state of the organization. This happens through a survey that is administered to the various function heads and heads of business units. It gives a very good understanding of what the particular systemic problems of that organization are. The survey also inspires brainstorming of solutions. Secondly, the program produces the intervention designs that will transform the organization into a three-dimensional learning matrix. This involves designing the structures, procedures, and templates that will guide environmental exploration, strategic planning, and performance management in a coordinated and systemic manner throughout the organization. It also involves establishing organizational learning and the design of according knowledge repositories. There will also be a review and redesign of the overarching governance frameworks and procedures to make sure that they are systemic and that they optimize the organization as a whole. The third outcome of the program is the redesigns of the work functions of the program participants. This will make their work life much more effective and efficient. They will also gain the understanding and skills associated with functional and business process redesign. Another outcome is that the program participants and the participating stakeholders will undergo a paradigm shift. They will become familiar with system thinking and they will become more creative. This is also likely to filter through to the organizational culture at large, making it also more systemic and creative. And finally, another important outcome of the program is that it creates a group of certified internal change managers who are capable of managing all phases of an organizational and functional change intervention, from problem analysis and design to aligning stakeholders and facilitating the implementation of the change. They can act as internal consultants to be called on for future change interventions. This makes the organization independent of external consultants. Potential clients. Every private and public sector organization that wants to transform itself into a systemic learning organization fit for the information age should do the Biomatrix Organizational Transformation Program. How is the program structured? The Organization Transformation Program consists of 4 phases and several sub-phases. The first phase is a survey involving the heads of all functions and business units. It serves as a diagnostic exercise and also a brainstorming exercise. Biomatrix Web integrates the data produced by the survey into design notebooks, which will be used by the participants for making the organizational designs. Biomatrix Web will also compile a feedback report to the organization, giving a diagnostic analysis. The second phase is education. It alternates individual e-learning with facilitated team learning. Participants start with basic system thinking, which consists of Module 1 on key concepts of system thinking and Module 2 on systemic problem dissolving. Then they proceed to Module 3 on organization design. The individual e-learning involves watching videos and doing template-driven assignments. The data of these assignments will also be used in the designs. As soon as participants have completed Module 3, the first subphase of facilitated team learning commences. This subphase is concerned with making the organization designs that transform the organization into a systemic learning organization. This phase involves teamwork and facilitated workshops. Once the teams have completed the draft designs for the transformation, the participants will do another individual e-learning phase, namely that of change management. This consists of firstly making a change management design on how to manage the organization transformation, and secondly doing an implementation plan. Individual assignments will be used by the teams to create an integrated change management design and implementation plan. The team learning phase ends with a presentation to top management, during which the teams present the ideal organizational designs, change management design, and the implementation plans. As soon as the teams receive the mandate from top management to continue with the program, they start facilitating the design iteration phase. That is phase number 3 of the program. This phase involves discussing the designs with widening circles of stakeholders, getting their input, if necessary, amending their designs to accommodate new points that have not been considered before. The aim of this phase is to align stakeholders around the design. As soon as alignment is achieved, the teams will facilitate stakeholders in implementation planning to ensure that they get the support from the stakeholders for implementing the designs. Once implementation planning is complete, the teams will facilitate the implementation of the design according to the change management plan that they made in the education phase. The overall management of the program is as follows. Phases 1 and 2 are managed by a steering committee that consists of representatives of the client organization, University of Stellenbosch Executive Development, and Biomatrix Web. The steering committee also assumes quality control, whereby Biomatrix Web ensures the viability of the designs from a systemic perspective. It also brings its own management consulting experience to the table. The client organization is responsible for the appropriateness and the relevance of the designs within the current realities of the client organization and its longer-term vision. And University of Stellenbosch Executive Development is responsible for the academic soundness of the program and the overall pedagogic perspective. Phases 1 and 2 are dominated by the education of program participants, as well as the production of the draft designs for the organization. Although these phases are delivered in a standardized manner, the designs themselves are customized and adapted to the specific realities of the client organization. By comparison, phases 3 and 4 are concerned with finalizing the designs and then implementing them. The timing and mode of delivery of phases 3 and 4 could differ from organization to organization and is in its delivery totally customized to the client organization. For this reason, the further involvement of Biomatrix Web and University of Stellenbosch Executive Development will have to be renegotiated after phase 2. Some client organizations may want to self-manage phases 3 and 4 using the newly qualified program participants as the change managers and facilitators. Other organizations will want to continue to use the experience of Biomatrix Web for coaching the program participants and supervising the facilitation of phases 3 and 4. The participants who want to receive a certificate in systemic organization transformation from the University of Stellenbosch Business School need to do another individual e-learning phase and complete Module 5 on function redesign, and then submit a final individual assignment on the redesign of their work function. What are the available products and services? First of all, videos that transfer the content of the knowledge and give generic case studies. Then manuals which summarize the theory and also explain in detail the application. Templates for application. The templates are a series of exercises that comprise the action learning projects, and it is the templates that will lead to the intervention designs and the organizational redesigns. There will be a diagnostic survey questionnaire. There's background reading provided, and the integration of data from the assignments and the questionnaires from the different learners in different parts of the organization, and regroup them into appropriate formats that can be used for the design of the transformation. We also provide feedback reports at appropriate intervals, for example at the questionnaire stage, to provide a diagnosis, a systemic diagnosis of the organization, but also at intervals to comment on the designs. And we provide support that can be consulting, which is customized. And we are working by being consultants to the internal consultants, namely the organization development and change managers. So we do not directly consult the organization, but through their change managers. We provide online support that can be customized, telephonic conversations, for example, telephonic coaching. Also master classes that are generic. This involves that frequently asked questions by our clients are answered by us in video sessions to which all clients have access. So that acts as an added education tool.